Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an easy makeup routine on how to achieve this kind of soft glam look here. This video is in collaboration with one of my YouTube friends, Teannah. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous girl with a heart of pure gold. So I am making this routine for Teannah to follow along in her video. You guys can follow along as well if you want to. Anybody is able to do this routine, but if you want to see how Teannah got on following this makeup routine, then make sure you go over to her channel at the end of this video and see how she got on. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump in to the routine. Okay, so I'm going to start by doing my brows. So I'm obsessed with the fluffy brow, so I'm using my Pink Honey to give that laminated brow effect. If you can't get hold of this, Beauty Bay do something called soap brows, which I assume is going to be very, very similar, or you can use Pears soap and setting spray. So I've got my spoolie and I'm just going to activate the honey glue with some water. So I'm spraying the spoolie just with some water and then I'm swirling it around in here. And then we're just brushing this product through and then just flattening it with our finger. That would be the same process with Pears soap. If you have that, it'll just be spraying your spoolie and then just rubbing the wet spoolie into the Pears soap, brushing through your brows and then again following it with your finger. I'm then going to go on with my foundation. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. I am using shade F10, but they have such an amazing range of colours for light skin tones to tan or your deeper skin tones. So I'm just going to dot this across my face. This is a really nice like budget foundation because I feel it's like a cheaper version of the Fenty foundation. It also feels really nice and light on the skin. So it's full coverage without feeling too cakey. And I am just using just a standard beauty blender to press this in. And now just going in with my Collection 2000 concealer in shade Fair. Any concealer will do. I can't really show you the packaging of this one because I've used it so much it's all come off. But we're just going to pop some just underneath here. So this is the placement of our concealer. Just going to leave this to set a little bit. So you want to leave it just for about 1 to 2 minutes, just because it kind of stays put a bit better if you kind of leave it to settle on your skin. And then just with a smaller beauty blender, we are just going to start to dab this in. The placement of this concealer is just going to help to give our face a natural kind of lifted look. Really trendy to do at the minute and it's super easy to do. As you can see, I've not even put any contour on yet and you've already got that bit of definition there just by putting a bit of concealer here. So something that will help with nose contour as well if you struggle with that is bringing your concealer up until the edge of the bridge of your nose if you want to. If you're not that fussed about nose contour, then just pop it underneath your eye. I usually do cream contour, but for today's tutorial I'm not going to do that just because we want to try and keep it nice and easy, and cream contour I personally feel is something that you can play around with and practice in your own time, because I feel it takes a little bit of time just to get right for yourself. So if it's your first time kind of doing like a full face of makeup, then cream contour can be a little bit daunting. Alright, so that is all blended in now and we're now going to set where we've put the concealer with some translucent powder. So I'm going in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, bit of a classic really. And then I'm just going in with a Real Techniques microfiber sponge and then I'm going to press this in to the edge of my nose, underneath my eyes. On my chin and on my forehead, and then just put some excess product anywhere you feel you need it, so on your oily areas. And then we are going to leave this to settle. So while this is doing its thing, I'm going to go in with my eyebrows. I usually personally wait till the very end to put my eyebrows on, but for today's video purpose, when you're working with eyeshadows for the first time, it's good to have your eyebrows penciled on, just because you'll then be able to gauge the shape of where you want the eyeshadow from where your eyebrows are. So until you get a little bit more experienced, it's probably best to go in with your eye pencil before your eyeshadow. So I am using the Be Perfect Cosmetics Indestructible Brow in Charcoal. This is a really good shade because it's quite ashy and it suits darker hair, light hair, a majority really, but they do obviously have dark browns and blacks, so you just choose your colour on what you feel would be best for you. So I'm going to start by just making a line underneath. And then we're just brushing through. The fluffy brow effect that I use the pink honey for is totally optional, by the way. If you don't want to do that step, then don't feel like you have to. Just I can't do my makeup without using that product now. If not, then you can just go straight in with your brow pencil here. I'm just doing it this way just because it's nice and easy for you when you're starting out. If you've seen in a couple of my other videos, I will usually use my eyeshadow base, so like my eyeshadow primer, to carve out my brow before I put any eyebrow product on. That is a little bit more advanced, I suppose. It takes just a little bit more practice, but if you feel like doing that, then go straight in and jump ahead with that. But this is purely a nice, natural, easy look for you, which won't take you too long to do, and it's perfect if you are a beginner in makeup. So we're now just going to brush away this excess powder. So we're going to go up and bronze our face. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette in light to medium. They do a medium to dark as well. So all I do is take a Real Techniques brush and then just sweep across all of them. That's why my palette looks so messy. And then if you kind of make this face, you've kind of got a line that shows you kind of where you want to put it, and it's all about lifting up your face. So you want to put the bronzer on in a upwards motion, so your face is going to be lifted. Just popping a little bit on my forehead, going into my temple, and then we're just going to brush some just out of the corner of my eye, like so. And same brush, we're just going to go over the top of the nose, underneath, if you want to nose contour, that is. Then with our powder brush again, just going to go across the sides of the nose, or powder sponge shall I say, just to keep the edges nice and slim. Alright, so for blush I am using the Fierce Minds by Makeup Revolution. You can use any blush you want though. It's just a really gorgeous pink, deep pink shade here. And then I've got a Real Techniques blush brush, dabbing it in, and you still want to keep it nice and lifted as well. I also just take a little bit onto my forehead just to warm that up even more. And then for highlight, I'm using the Be Perfect Cosmetics Sub-Zero highlighter palette. This is a must-have for anybody, I feel. It's got some gorgeous gold bronze tones for a deeper skin tone, and I like to use some of these across my chest when I've got fake tan on as well. Obviously these ones here for that extra pop of highlight and for like a medium tan skin tone, and then we've got a couple of lighter ones here for your really fair skin tones. So I've got a Real Techniques brush again. I don't know what one it is because I've used it so much I've rubbed off what it is. And I am just going to do a little bit of mix of these three in the middle here. So I'm going in with Lifestyle, Made It and Babley. And I'm just going to brush across the tops of my cheeks. A little bit over the top of my nose and a little bit on the bridge of my nose and just over my cupid's bow. Moving on to our eyes now, I'm using the Be Perfect Cosmetics Perfect Prime. This is a really easy eyeshadow primer because it dries down really nicely. You can pack this on and pat it down as much or as little as you like, or you can literally do what I'm going to do in a second for an easy even layer across your eyelid, and it just makes it super quick and easy to use. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand, and then with my little beauty blender I'm just dipping in to a little bit there and then just patting this over my eyelid. Easy peasy. So you want to pat it in until the shine goes away basically, and it dries down really nicely. And this is a perfect way to introduce eyeshadow primers into your routine. Eyeshadow primers just really help to grab the eyeshadows to your eyelid to really make them stand out and pop. So for eyeshadow I'm using the Be Perfect Cosmetics Clientele palette. Now this palette is perfect for a gorgeous range of shades. You've got 30 shades in here, and you've got your gorgeous kind of nude and neutral tones, some warmer tones and some cooler tones with a little bit of colour as well. However, it is like £35 I think, so if you don't want to spend that, then today's look you can do pretty much with any kind of neutral toned eyeshadows. So first off I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm going in with Sandy. This is this kind of light shade here. Obviously you can cater this look to any kind of skin tone, and then we're going to do what's popular at the moment and bring our eyeshadow kind of out to our temple. So I'm just kind of dipping into this as many times as I need to get this colour to really kind of like go up towards my temple, and we're warming the rest of the eyelid as well. So we're not doing any cut creases or anything like that today. I'm just keeping it really nice and natural and simple for you. So I'm actually going to go in with this sultry shade here, which is kind of like a dusty, it's kind of like a mauve, like a deep mauve colour. And then it's the same kind of thing, placing it where we want, and I'm just going to drag it out ever so slightly, but we're not going to take it as far as we did with that first shade. Okay, next I'm just going to take a bit more of like a denser brush here, and then I'm going to choose a shimmer to go in with. I think I'm going to use this Luxe shade here, but again you can choose whichever one you want. So with my dense brush I'm just going to place this in, get some product on, and then we're literally just going to start to put this just on our eyelid. And take it up just over our crease slightly. And then we're taking it to about halfway across our eyelid. So it just brightens this area up really easy kind of subtle shimmer here. I'm then going to deepen the outer corner up, so I'm going to go in with this shade Boy here. So with the same fluffy brush that we used for the rest of it, I'm literally just placing this just in the outer corner and then just blending that out a little bit. And then with our dense brush again, I'm just going to dip that into Boy and then just lightly taking this underneath on the lower lash line, starting out on the outer corner and then just slowly swiping that towards the inner corner. And then I'm taking a really kind of flat angled brush. This is a Body Shop one. It is Body Shop Slanted. And I'm just dipping into the black shade, which is called Just Black. And I am just pressing this onto my lash line just to give it a little bit more definition across the lash line. Just like so, and then just the tiniest little bit on the lower lash line again. I'm only tickling it here because I don't want to be like a really heavy eye today. And then going in with a new brush, this is a Makeup Revolution, one of these ones. I'm going in with Glow Up, which is the top left. I'm going to place this on my inner corner. And I'm also going to pop some just underneath my brow bone as well, just to kind of act as like a brow highlighter. And that's it for the eyeshadow, easy peasy. So I'm going in with mascara now, and I'm just using the Be Perfect Cosmetics Bad Llama mascara. So mascaras, this doesn't really go very well on my eyelashes, just because, to be honest, no mascaras go nicely on my eyelashes, just because my eyelashes are so terrible. I've seen this mascara in use on lovely thick long eyelashes and it looks amazing, but with my really thin straight and short lashes you can hardly tell I've got it on, to be honest. Let's put some false eyelashes on. Now I've actually got some here from Princess Cosmetics. They have kindly gifted me 3 pairs of their eyelashes, so you can find them on Instagram. Obviously you can use any lashes you want. I'm just picking these up because I've not tried them yet, and these are kind of like a really nice natural lash. You don't, at this point, you don't have to put eyelashes on if you don't want to. So for lash glue, I'm using the Eldora eyelash adhesive. Whenever I wear any lashes that are new, I just take them off and just bend them just like so, just to get the flexibility in there, because sometimes when they're brand new they can be a little bit stiff. And then I'm taking my brush on eyelash glue and literally just brushing this on now. And then I've got some tweezers, so you want to wait about 20 seconds for this to go tacky, and then with some tweezers you are just going to press in the middle, just let it go tacky a bit more. Oh, I love this highlighter so much, it's so stunning. And then you're just going to place it in the middle of your eyelid. Bring the outer corner to the outer corner. The inner corner to the inner corner. Just like so. You can see it just gives a bit extra something. Okay, so that's lashes on. So now we're going to move on to the lips. So you can use whatever you like really, but I am going in personally with the Spice lip liner from Primark and the Doll Beauty Gobby lip gloss. Lipstick's pretty standard. As long as you've got a lip liner and a lipstick or lip gloss, then you can do this easy. You don't have to have the exact same. So it's up to you whether you want to follow along your natural lip line or overline slightly. I like to overline slightly. So what I like to do, so my natural lip line is here, but I like to go above where like the skin is still raised. And then I just follow it down but I join up to my natural lip line as I go into the corner. And what I'm doing now is just adding some shading with the lip liner. And then going in with the Doll Beauty lip gloss with the applicator that it comes with first, and then squeezing a little bit out onto a lip brush to blend it all in. And now we are here with the finished look. I'm just going to set it all in place with some Makeup Revolution Matte Fix Setting Spray. Okay, so here we have the final look, a super easy, trendy makeup look, suitable for beginners. Teannah, I hope you were able to follow this tutorial. I can't wait to see how you got on. If you guys want to see how Teannah got on following this easy makeup routine, then make sure you go over to her channel and check it out. I shall leave her video linked in the description below as well. Let me know in the comments if you also followed along and how to go yourself, and make sure to follow me on Instagram at Sharniza. Take a selfie and tag me in it so I can see how the final look came on. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up for me, and it would be amazing if you could subscribe whilst you're here as well. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I shall see you next time. Bye!